Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. You guys are in for a treat because I have got two of the coolest people in the world right here. Look at it. Jenn Lynn is here. Look, Johnny is here from Tarot Planet. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Let's get Trump DJing for
I even brought my black and orange mug.
Oh, thank you. Hocus pocus. Well, I have to say I had got myself some little cups for my birthday.
Oh,
and with little, matching napkins and because I'm me. But I've got to share this with you guys. All right. Oh, Lori's here. Hello, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Happy birthday, Sebastian.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was just sharing that I've got myself a little set here for my birthday cups and what have you, and a little matching placemat. But I've got to share this with you. There are three. I haven't opened this up yet, but there are three types. But you've got your little paper plates and stuff.
I need those.
There are three kinds in there.
Cute.
So it's got a skewy and a Roro and a Bellatrix.
It's the dinner plates and they have little ears. So, I'm an adult. I can handle this. But it's so cute. Anyway.
They are cute.
Yeah. So anyway, but for everybody out there, thank you everybody for the wonderful wishes and everything. I'm so grateful. My heart is full. But we've got, let's have a look at some things. The other day I was going through, I won't do it today, but I was going through astrology of this election day, because Eastern time at about 6:02 a.m. there's going to be a full lunar eclipse, which means the sun's on one side of the planet, the moon is on the other, and it's exact. Because usually there's some wobble, it looks like the planets, the sun with the sun in the middle, it looks like they're on one plane. But the reality is, if it looks like they're on one plane, but the reality is it's like that. Things get, it's overall. It can be a little up, a little spinning down, a little, that's why we don't have an eclipse every month. So when it does align just so, it's really powerful. It's extra powerful.
And on election day.
It's happening on an election day.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. And that opposition of the sun and the moon with the earth in the middle, it's also caught up with two of the planets. And I think this is important, especially the moon side, because Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, the bolts out of the blue, innovation, humanitarianism, but the revolutionary, as I've mentioned many times, the planets in our solar system, they spin, their axis is like this, they spin like this as they're going around the sun. Well, Uranus, something happened to it. Its axis is sideways. So it's actually spinning like this as it's going around the sun. So its energy is just, so there's some weirdness, unexpected blasts of, right? That's Uranus energy. It is in the same place as the moon. Same place.
It's like, must be building now because my power got knocked out yesterday. I had to cancel all my personal readings. I couldn't get on Skype to do them.
A lot of people up in that area. Mel, I guess you guys all had storms up there in Illinois.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Becca's in the chat. Hello, Becca from House of Lenormand.
The kittens got all wired because I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't, do my personal reading. So they're like, oh, play with us. And they were hyper all day.
I bet they slept well.
They did.
Good.
And they're very quiet right now, which scares me.
Right? Yeah, that's like when a toddler is suddenly quiet. It's like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Where are you? And what are you doing?
Yeah.
And that eclipse gives it the appearance of a blood moon, right? The full moon, it's a blood moon.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know the name of it, to be honest. But if it's
Well,
a
it's when
moon, that makes
when it makes that dark color, then they call it that blood moon.
That shadow that goes across.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see what you're saying. Yes, absolutely. I have
And
too much rattling around in my head.
I know, and then that turns into some biblical things, which I'm sure Johnny is aware of. When there's blood moons, and oh my gosh,
Thank you,
oh
my tribe.
God.
Thank you. So yes, and Uranus is in the same place as the moon, which is everyone's emotions. Because even think about going to the ER if there's a full moon, and how you get that heightened. Well, you're getting that heightened emotion of a full moon.
That was always a very busy day for us.
Yep, you've got the sun exactly opposite. You've got Uranus around that moon, throwing out the crazy energy, and at a 90-degree angle to both of them is Saturn. Saturn? Yes.
Wow.
Sorry. I just put, there it is. I pulled it.
I was looking before we went live to see if it was visible in the U.S., which it says most of North America. It's in the wee hours of the morning, November 8th.
Yeah.
So get up about 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, Central Time or Eastern Time to start the watch of it.
Yeah, you'd have to get you would have to get up pretty early. I just want to briefly pull this up.
Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you. I just want to share this for just one moment, because if someone's going, what? At least you have a visual for it. This is the chart of the U.S. Am I showing the right thing?
Now you are. The other one was cats. That was cute.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see. I get discombobulated here, but anyway, just so you know, so in the chart, what it looks like on the U.S. chart is the sun opposite the moon, and what I just said with Uranus is down here is with the moon, and it is square Saturn, which is when you have, it's called a T square because it looks like a T. And basically, you've got this opposition energy. So the sun and the energy from the sun and the moon is like on a seesaw, with Uranus on the Mars side. So it's really got a seesaw energy, and a lot of that energy is being dumped out through Saturn, which is about restrictions and that sort of thing. The reason I think this is going to be important is because it is such, and this is key to this election, is you have Uranus. It rules Aquarius. We were the revolutionaries. We have an Aquarius moon. We have an emotional need to be independent and be progressive and humanitarian, and that is at very, very tense. This 90-degree angle, very, very tense energy with Saturn, which is very conservative. Limits, constrictions, forming things. It is exactly not the life of the party. So I think that says a lot about the election that we're having. Is we have the progressives and we have the conservatives, and we've got this heavy duty energy.
Maybe that Saturn will put a stop to any nonsense that somebody tries.
I hope so. Because it for what it's worth, it is a wet blanket. So
I call Saturn the planet that breaks down and takes away what no longer serves you too. Like letting go, break it down, let it go if it doesn't serve you anymore. Use it to work for you. I hope the U.S. uses it to work for us.
Oh, absolutely. And I think as long as a lot of it is personally for all of us, I think if we just keep in mind what's happening astrologically, that we live in a sea of energy, and as long as I think we just keep in mind, it's like, okay, that's the crazy energy going on right now. We can just roll with it. Okay. whatever. That's because it can sweep you off your feet if you let yourself be swept off your feet. And nobody needs that now. You don't need that now. You really don't, for the sake of your health, So we are not going to lose our democracy. Matter of fact, let's all pull one card, if you wouldn't mind, just one card.
That would be good.
Because I hear this a lot. Are we going to lose our democracy in the United States of America?
Oh, I had one come flying out. Thank you, El Robichaud.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've got the fair and honest woman on the bottom. She's the approachable one. She's the only queen that's face on. So she's approachable and creative and very honest, very, very open to new ideas and stuff. And I get there's too much support for democracy.
What are you getting, Lori?
I had the Hierophant come flying out of the deck. So it almost went on the floor. So it's going to be rights, wrongs, ethics, following the rules that were set before for boundaries that were set by our forefathers. I don't know, you could throw in the evangelical stuff, I think there's going to be a little bit of problems with some of the, I don't know what the name of that group is that Mike Flynn is doing that's trying to get all the evangelicals rounded up, trying to make a big problem. So maybe that's going to be an issue.
I don't know about that.
Oh, there's a great documentary on PBS on the show Frontline about Mike Flynn and his Christian right that he's trying to rile up. It's a great 1 hour show.
Yeah, I forget the name.
Oh, okay. That I misunderstood. Please understand if I seem a little scattered. That got great. I was just explaining that big eclipse. It is literally on my sun. In my chart.
Wow.
And
that square to Saturn, that's on my midheaven. So if I seem a little off, odd, more odd than normal, let's be honest. It's just go, oh yeah, all that's hitting, it's like smack right here. So Johnny, what did you get?
I'm going to butcher this name, but thank you, Robichaud. I'm butchering the name. Robichaud. Thank you for the donation.
We caught them. Yeah.
Thank you, Eileen.
It's the growing Christian nationalist movement.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They did some baptisms and stuff I seen. Like, oh Lord. I get the Two of Pentacles. No, you won't. It's a constant balance. It always happens this way. See the chaos in the back? We have endured it before. We will endure it again. The country always belongs to the majority. Remember that. Mm-hmm. And it is more of us than it is of them. Remember that too. Bernie Sanders said that just last night. So keep in mind, it just feels chaotic, but you can do it.
Okay. And is everybody out there listening to this? Because I get this, I get this question all the time, and I'm sure you guys do too. Are people really scared? Are we going to lose our democracy? No. Matter of fact, what I got was the Queen of Swords, which is women. Women are going to come out in this election in a huge way. And swords for me are voting. I mean, it can be other things too, but it very much to me, swords are voting. And this is a queen of voting. And we're not going back to what the men folk are going to tell us what to do. You know, you can
row your vote.
Yeah, exactly. Row your vote. Exactly. And yeah, this, you know, the people on the right, they can be giving seminars on female submission all they want. No, just no, we're not going back. And because we're not going back, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody was in on that. And we have got the glorious Sienna's here.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Hello,
And
Patricia.
happy birthday. This was the birthday stream, right? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I have my vintage 1971 T-shirt on.
I love it.
Thank
It
you,
looks like
Patricia Todd.
It looks like a whole bunch of boo-boos and kitties in the background now.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yes. Okay. So we just looked at is the U.S. going to lose our democracy? And for everyone out there who's worried, who be sleepless Monday night or will be chewing their nails on Tuesday, we are not going to lose our democracy. I've seen nothing that says that.
Remember the poll watchers, they're in very few places. There's no issues here in Illinois where I voted. There's nobody outside with guns and crap. So please get out and vote if you haven't.
No one's
Don't
doing
be
that
scared
down here.
of mankind. Be scared of mankind's influence. So they can't do nothing to you that you can't do to them. So just go cast your vote and you'll be all right.
Oh, absolutely. I was saying the other day, they're out there. I would love, to borrow my parents' SUV and go rent like a Loki costume or something and go out there. And so when they are there with the big and the camo and the scary looking, I want to be there in like big gold horns, and I want to like pop the SUV and put like garlands of I don't know what bunting or
Right.
something.
I really thought about going as the ghost of Ivana to vote, like I did on Halloween. Would have been a lot of fun.
That
Thank you,
was
Susie.
such a great costume, Jen.
Go
That
with
was
Loki. Loki is the only one to survive. Odin died, Thor died, Loki was the only one to survive. Go for it, I say.
Thank you, Susie. Yeah, but I would have. I'm surprised there weren't people who did that, because there are enough people out there that would look at that and say, "Oh, you just." I'm actually surprised there weren't. Let's put it this way. I would love if there had been like a party for drag queens and their supporters right there.
Ooh.
It's like, this is a public place. We're just here. Hey, everybody, coming to vote. There you go.
There's no law against being fabulous.
Exactly. And having everyone, every time you walk up to somebody or somebody, it's like, you don't have to talk to him. If that's your ID, you don't have to show him anything. Happy voting. So, okay. So the other, if you wouldn't mind, I just two other very, very simple questions. Let's see, 1845. Will the Democrats retain control of the House?
Are we doing just one card, Autumn? Or we?
You can do one or three, or you can do
Okay.
whatever you'd like. I'd be grateful to have your input. Now, I will say before we even get the answers from everybody, this morning, I highly recommend on YouTube, there is a conversation between Michael Steele and John Fugelsang. And they're talking about, when did far-right Christians stop being Christian? And I didn't realize that John Fugelsang's parents had both been, at one time, his father, I think, was a Franciscan monk, something like that. But anyway, he was raised in a very, very religious household. And their conversation is absolutely amazing. And I can't remember if it actually, now that I think that, I just want to recommend that. Just look for Michael Steele's podcast on YouTube. I can't remember if it was there or it was somewhere else that I heard the thing about McCarthy. If McCarthy becomes House Speaker, which he's been trying to do for 25 years. Yes, they will do stupid stuff, but the reality is he will get nothing done. They will get nothing done. And he's going to be under constant attack from the Marjorie Taylor Greens and all those extremists in his own party. For what it is worth, the absolute worst case scenario in the House. So everybody, again, if you're chewing your nails, the worst case scenario is McCarthy's going to be miserable. And he's going to be miserable if he doesn't become Speaker. He's going to be miserable if he is. Just throwing that out there. What did you get, Jenn Lynn?
I get a yes. I have the magician on the bottom. They've got the tools. They've got the power. I get a yes. And the Speaker position. And this sends a message to the Republicans that they don't like. In other words, y'all need to change what your platform is because you don't have one.
Mm-hmm. What have you got, Johnny?
Yes. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Holding on and defending.
Okay.
Elevation.
Yay. What have you got, Sienna?
Well, first I got the moon. So at first it's gonna be really like unclear. It's gonna be a little bit tense, but I also have a yes. I also got that magician. They know what they're doing, and I have King of Cups, and this is telling me for some reason it's all the blue on this card, and for some reason just with this King of Cups, I am getting like Democratic energy.
Excellent. Excellent.
They will. They know what they're doing, and people know what they're doing.
Excellent. Excellent. What have you got, Lori?
I got the devil first, so it's like Sienna's moon. It's like that nail biting eclipse energy. But then I have the 6 of Pentacles, so I'm gonna go with the yes. But boy, is okay.
Like
Yep.
by.
Yeah. No, it is. Well, and the other thing is, no matter what happens, if they lose anything, a lot of Republicans are just going to say, no, I'm not listening, because I've got the Republicans have a plan. I pulled 3 cards, but these were off to the side. The Republicans have a plan, and it's that they're going to give red meat to their base. But it's not a good message, and it doesn't work. And you still have the influence of Trump, and people don't like him. They just don't have enough people. They don't have enough foes. It didn't help that they killed off hundreds of thousands of their own voters. Hello. But that doesn't mean they're going to listen when they lose, but I'm just, I've read on this over and over and over, and no matter what the polls are saying, no matter what people are saying, I just keep getting, it's going to be legal palooza on November 9th, where everybody's contesting, what do you mean we lost? Well, maybe you should try a bigger tent.
And we know Pennsylvania will be one of the last states to come in. I think last time it was like Friday, So thank you, Bonnie and Lucky Girl and Allison.
Yes, thank you. Right, and Louisiana doesn't. Tomorrow is Louisiana's primary. Their actual election is like December 10th or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But apparently it doesn't usually make enough of a difference. So people just go, but who knows? Okay. So I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind pulling on the Senate. Will Democrats retain control of the Senate, or maybe gain?
Will they?
That's 2430.
So we're asking if the Dems will hold on to the Senate.
Yes, please. And to Laura, to you, yes, please. And to the Divine, yes, please.
I get a big yes on the bottom. all the votes as they tally them. There will be sneaky stuff going on in secret, but I get the Dems secure it.
So I asked, will they gain control of the Senate since it's 50-50? And I get the Hangman and the Knight of Swords. So there's some chaos around the decision still, like something is still unclear, possibly something may be hung up in the balance, but I think the Knight of Chivalry, maybe something will break through, but there is some chaos around it though. And then I get the Fighting, 5 of Wands, so there may be a contested race or contested something, and then the World card, when it comes complete, then it will be secure with the Knight of Pentacles. But so I had to pull more because that's all I had there. I'm like, I don't understand. Fingers crossed. And legs and anything else you can cross there.
Oh yeah. What are you getting, Sienna?
Well, first of all, bottom of the deck, I have the World. This is kind of giving me a yes. What the World card is telling me is that it has to do with like the majority of the votes. I have the Judgment card that it's up to it. Well, I say us. I'm from Canada. I'm not really part, but you know, the rest of you guys, yeah. It's up to you. It's up to us.
Mm-hmm. You're honorary. You're an honorary American if you'd like to be.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a strategy to, okay, what can we do to get the control? What can we do to stay there? It's going to be tough though. The other side's going to make it so tough for them once they do get the control. Oh my God, it's tough.
Oh yeah. Lori, what are you getting?
I actually got a little better cards for the Senate than I did for the House, which is sort of strange to me. So I get that it will be very, very difficult. It's a lot of work. It'll be announced. I think they've got enough votes and they get the people in there that they need and they're able to get up there, up to the top of the hill.
Oh yeah.
Across everything.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody just put light around the election to bring to light anything funky going on.
Oh yeah. I've got Democrats moving forward, doing their thing, but then the Republicans are using underhanded means and trying to throw, you know, they're contesting elections, they're throwing up procedures in the Senate, they're doing all this stuff. So I wanted some more clarification, and what I got was they have votes, but they just don't have enough. They aren't making enough. They're not drawing in enough people. They're pushing people away. They're trying to take the people they have and glue those people to their own cause, but they're not bringing in the people. And once again, there's women voters strong, very, very strong. So that's what I keep getting and what you guys are getting. And so we can just ignore all that. All right, so Jenn Lynn had a question. So let me just put this in at 2845.
Did the rest of you feel that you had better cards for the Senate than you did for the House? The House had more major arcana, like the devil, the moon. It's
probably harder to hold on because there's so many different seats, and then it's just 100 in the Senate. So it's probably harder to hold on to the House, especially with all the districting and all that garbage. And
we have more seats at Jeopardy in the House.
Okay, that makes sense to me now.
Yeah, you need 218 in the House. At least that's what I read this morning, because it changes. So I had to go back and check. Yeah, you need 50 in the Senate, but you need 218 in the House, and that's a lot. Okay, 30 minutes in. So basically, there's talk at the DOJ and other places where Democrats are basically coming together, people in the Biden administration, and they're saying, excuse me, if Democrats lose the House, well, they're going to lose all of course, instantly, all the January 6 investigations and all of that just goes poof. And they're going to start, Hunter Biden's laptop, blah, blah, blah. By the way, for the record, there is no Hunter Biden's laptop. There isn't.
Conspiracy theory. Nobody's ever presented it.
No, they literally had a man who literally cannot see more than 6 inches in front of his face. He's legally blind. That's where these laptops were dropped off. And then the person who dropped them off didn't show ID, never came back for them. And eventually 2 people saying they were from the FBI came in and said, we want them back.
Say anything.
Say again?
You could say anything.
Right. Yeah. And these 2 people calling themselves FBI agents came in and said, we want the laptops. Well, he had literally already made copies of whatever was on there on the hard drive. And he kept that. He hands the actual laptops to these so-called FBI agents. He doesn't know their names. They didn't leave a card. They said, if Hunter Biden contacts you and wants these back, call us. Stall him for 24 hours and call us. We'll bring them back. The FBI isn't going to do that. And now the FBI is like, we don't have anything like that. Who are these guys?
It's all conspiracy theory. I mean, At one time, Rudy Giuliani claimed he had them. It's all garbage for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Well, no, actually what happened, sorry, I'm talking so much, but what actually happened is he, McIsaac is this guy's name. And he, for some reason, was afraid of the FBI and all. The upshot is he made a bunch of copies of this, whatever he had. Then he knew he knew somebody who knew Rudy Giuliani's lawyer or something, gave a copy to him. Giuliani got it and just went to town with all of this Russian disinformation.
I'd be afraid of the FBI too if I made up a bunch of crap and put it on a laptop.
Yeah,
I'd be afraid of them too if I was pretending to be them.
Yeah. But for McIsaac, I mean, he's just a patsy in the middle of this thing, but he's.
Thank you, Annette.
Anyway, so anybody who says Hunter Biden's laptop, stop them right there and say, show me a picture. Well, show me Hunter Biden's laptop.
It's like election fraud. They've gone over 60 cases in court. Nobody has ever produced any evidence or proof. Show me the evidence.
I mean, it's the Republican game book, though. You create the boogeyman, and then you go after it. And then everybody listening to you thinks it's real, like Obama coming for your religion and guns type thing. You just put it out there, even if it's not true. It doesn't have to be true. It just needs to be repeated. And I can say it over and over and over again because Obama's not going to come sue me. So let me just say it over and over and over again. That way I can rile up the base and get people to hate the other and so forth and so forth. Clicks and views.
Absolutely. So the DOJ, they know what would happen if the Republicans gain control of the House. They would start all this garbage up. They would be, and all the stuff that should be looked after would be just swept under the rug. So there's talk that they're thinking about possibly selecting a special counsel,
like a Mueller.
like what Mueller was doing to sort out what happened on January 6th to
which
maybe go after
to
Trump.
me, like, because I was listening to Glenn Kirshner's video on it, and it was like, you've got a grand jury already. You've produced evidence and shown the grand jury. You either have ample evidence to arrest or not to. The grand jury will decide if you've got enough to indict. So I don't see the point of a special counsel, to Glenn Kirshner's point. But I'd like to know, are they going to appoint is DOJ going to appoint a special counsel? Because it'll drag it out for 2 more years. And then you're in another election cycle.
Right. Yeah.
I watched that video too, Jen.
Johnny, Darren is agreeing with you in the chat about repeating.
Well, to Johnny's point, Johnny always says just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true. People are not discerning. They don't fact check.
Thank you, Annette. And thank you, Harry.
You know, I heard too from the mouth of a Republican voter. This was way back when Jeanine Pirro was having some sort of feud with Whoopi Goldberg. And
oh, I'd pay money for that. I'd pay money to see that one.
Who was it with? Jeanine and who?
Jeanine Pirro was having a feud with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes. And Jeanine Pirro said something or whatever, but the woman in the store that was overhearing her talk, she said Jeanine Pirro wouldn't lie because she's a judge. And I'm like, so there is no fact check. There is none of that. There is just, I repeat it, I'm on TV. I'm a judge. She wouldn't lie because she's a judge. And I'm
Sienna,
like,
I love the look on. Sorry, Sienna, I love the look on your face.
But that gave you the mentality of the people who watch Fox News, though, and not just watch Fox News. The people watch Fox News, but watch Fox News and absorb it.
Yeah.
And so she wouldn't lie because she's a judge. Okay.
Yeah.
Something's
That
getting
doesn't
ready
mean
to,
anything.
something's geting ready to happen quick on this whole DOJ thing. DOJ's worried about how America will react to Trump and getting overly emotional if they, do an indictment. But I got an indictment like hanging over his head, so they're nervous about this. They're trying to bring people together, but in all the work that they've done, I get that they're stuck. There's going to be indictments, and they're going to be pretty explosive. So I don't think the special master is just an option that I think they were looking at. I'm not getting really I'm getting more of a no, like they won't need it. They've got enough explosive info to indict without it.
Oh yeah. Johnny?
I think it's a threat. It's aimed at Donald Trump in a possible administration. From what I heard too, is if he decides he wants to try to be commander in chief again, then it may just be a threat that they would send some sort of council or some sort of group after him if he decides he wants to be back in government again. So I think this is just a threat for right now. Anyway.
Miss Sienna?
Well, I have that they will form a special counsel if they have to. If they have to. I don't know if they have to. I don't get the feeling like they have to. But the plan is there. Now, whoever was responsible, for planning the whole insurrection thing, there's going to be people like, no, we need to. It's funny. The first thing I was seeing was like, shred the evidence, hide the evidence, doctor the photos. But that's not going to work. Everything is online. You cannot erase anything nowadays. Everything is there forever and always. There will always be a way to bring it back. So, yeah.
Absolutely. What are you kidding, Miss Laura?
That it would be labor intensive, that it might take too much time. And I got very similar to Jenn Lynn. Something's getting ready to happen really fast here. I hope that's not an announcement. And like Johnny said, I think hopefully they did it to just make him afraid, like Trump afraid, like you don't want to run. You do not want to announce that you're going to run or you're going to face this guy right here. But with the wheel and the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands, something's getting ready to pop.
Yeah. Yes. What I'm getting is they're not going to need to, because Trump is. Well, first of all, I got a lot of Trump cards for like he's got so much about to land on his head from so many different places. He's not going to have enough money This is him just he's just a guy. And at the end of the day, that's it. I mean, he's not a monster. He's not a demon. I know over the years, some people have said, oh, he's possessed by demons. No, he's not. He's a guy. He's not special. He's not. He hired people to take, allegedly, he hired people to take tests for him in college. You know, to do
He's
his
too
homework.
stupid for the devil. The devil's going to pick somebody smarter.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
true.
who's gross. If they come to that, and he's going to be just so beaten up from. And the thing is normally if I get something like this, I feel a little compassion. But with him, no. This is entirely on you, Spiff. I sleep at night. I'm fine. I don't have the IRS knocking down my door. I don't have the FBI coming in my house.
You're not
bringing me
outside your
warrants.
house in your underwear in the morning because the FBI is raiding it. Like
Exactly.
Eastman or Clark. Who was that? Clark in his underwear.
Clark.
Yes.
God.
That was a picture. It wasn't even a mental picture. That was a picture I did not want in my head.
Humble thyself in private, or God will do it in public.
Really, really.
If you're gonna be like that, don't sleep naked.
Oh, yeah. Especially if there's any chance you're in a group or have been in a group that's like you need to. Yeah. Okay. Now this is just for funsies. At 41:32. If anybody has any popcorn, now's the time. So,
For those joining us late, we're celebrating Autumn's birthday today. She's got her 1971 t-shirt on. 10 years older than me. Exactly 10 years.
younger?
Younger. I'm older. Sorry.
I did hear you say young.
Yeah, I did say that.
And that's fine.
You can be
That's
older
also-
if you want.
That's fine. I'm good anyway. I don't care what you call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. Okay, we'll make it 42 to 15. Okay, so Republicans are calling Trump out. All right, so we're already starting in a good place. Okay. Republicans are calling Trump out for his making fun of Ron DeSantis on Saturday. He called him Ron DeSanctimonious.
Did he even say that word?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
Does he know what
amazing.
that word means?
He struggled, but he did say it. He turned to the side like this.
I was gonna say that's a lot of syllables for Trump.
It is.
It is.
I'm pretty sure someone helped him sound it out beforehand.
Probably had somebody say it phonetically in his ear.
Because it was
Yeah.
rumored before he came up with that one that he was going to call him Potato Boy or Fat Ron.
Oh, and also this whole thing about Trump calling DeSantis fat. Kettle pot? Are
I'm
you
saying. Yeah.
kidding? So anyway, the fight, as it were, between Trump and DeSantis, is this just going to fizzle out, or is this going to cause real friction in the Republican Party to the advantage of Democrats?
The Satan just needs to put on his white go-go boots and go to Mar-a-Lago and let Trump be DJ and get out there on the dance floor and show him he's not fat.
There we go. I loved the memes that came out after that. My two favorites were he should have gone full Hello Kitty, or he should have just gone full Stormtrooper. One or the other.
He also looked like the green M&M that they were complaining about because
Oh God,
A good laugh at that one. That was
Yeah.
it.
they took the
That's
white
funny.
go-go boots off the green M&M in the commercials.
They don't help themselves.
By the way, when Trump leaned back like that, I'm guessing there was somebody off to the side that was like holding up a cue card.
large print.
Yes.
I can see that. I can see
He
that.
doesn't. He can't stay on script. Bless his heart.
What have you got, Jen? Or anybody who's, if you're not ready.
It's going to continue. It's like, this is just dark humor is what I'm getting, and dark emotions coming out and trying to blow up each other basically here. So it's karma. It's karma. So, just shine a light on the other one. It's what he's done his whole life. Trump also said over the weekend, if you have horrible children, get rid of them. Well, what's that say about him? He's getting ready to get rid of some of. Is he gonna?
His mom could have gotten rid of him.
Yeah, is he gonna Ivana one of his kids?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was watching that when he said it, and it was like,
it's all image, and they're both losers. Thank you, chat.
that's true. Thank you, Chad. Oy, oy.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue to. It's at least for another 4 weeks or so. It's going to ramp up over the next 4 weeks here with the Two of Wands. This is just starting. Like there's going to be. Oh, I heard the word tweet. I didn't think I meant to say that though. But you never know with Elon. He may allow the doors open back to the orange one. But there's some messages. I'll just say it that way going out. But also, I think somebody is trying to do some sort of grift or fundraiser out of this too. So there's going to be some sort of attachment of money. And yes, this is actually going to be very bad for the party because it is going to start a divide process. Now, it's already sort of going on behind the scenes because, they're all going for the White House. But it's the GOP versus the MAGA. And the MAGAs have already said this is our party. Now, the dangerous part, though, is the GOP have always operated under cover. It's just when Trump came out, then they got to be blatant. They got to say racist things and sexist things and ageist things, but they usually just said that behind closed doors. Trump was the megaphone. He told all their business. So he did drain the swamp so you can see all the monsters. He didn't take them out, though. But I think this is going to start a even greater divide between the MAGA and the GOP, though. So they're going to eat themselves again. I'm here for it.
Shame. Miss Sienna.
I'll
Same
bring the
thing.
team.
Strength card. It's gonna keep going. There's like major drama here. Like they're spilling the whole kettle, but it's to their own detriment. They don't realize that they're trying to make each other look bad, but they make themselves look worse. But it's good for everybody else because everybody else sees right through it, and it's like, well, I guess I know what I'm gonna do based on I don't want, like I feel like it's gonna be really, really, really bad for like the Republicans, but for everybody else, it's like we already saw this coming. We already knew.
And poor Miss Lori, who is in the land of DeSantis.
Yep. So they're not. The bromance is over.
Oh,
And winner take all. It's going to cause a lot of friction and a lot of problems and competitiveness, and then it's just going to come right down to the greed. When it starts to really get hairy, they're going to say, okay, we have to pick someone, and they will choose someone. They will. It will come down to we will choose one, but somebody goes out in the cold here. So.
Okay. Because the cards I got, they're not even here. This is that's America. And then I've got Democrats just going forward, just living our best lives, taking care of people, not a cloud in the sky. You want to stop and watch the car crash or the stupid fight on the side of the road? I guess you could, but I got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
If we're all running the race.
Right, and if they're going to choose DeSantis or Trump, we know who they're going to choose because Trump's about to be far too busy in courtrooms and depositions. He's about to run out of money too.
He's a liability.
Oh yeah. But the other thing, Laura, I was going to ask you this just in general. My understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is DeSantis, he's bad, but equally bad is apparently his wife is a Lady Macbeth, is what I'm hearing. And she is very much with him on no emails, nothing where anything can be proven that you did or didn't do. That she's right there with him.
So she's like a Jenny Thomas.
Yeah, there's some problem with the hurricane funds that were distributed straight to her. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. That's going to be a big deal, I think.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
big.
Okay. Well, all right. At 45. Now you would think that this would be the deal killer. This is the third rail. You don't touch it, and yet Utah Senator Mike Lee's video with his promise to gut and phase out Social Security resurfaced. Will it make any difference? Will it make any difference? And then I was going to ask,
What was that, Johnny?
Ace of Swords.
the what of swords?
Ace of Swords.
Oh.
Sort of.
Will it make any difference in the election? But also, will the GOP follow through with it if they get power? So is it going to affect this election? And then are they going to gut? But anyway, but we'll just do will it have just a simple will it have an effect on the election? But if you get a question or an answer for the other.
Hey, Rick Scott has had in his Republican platform that's one of the number one things for years.
Which is so bizarre as to why you would vote for him anyway. Your voters, especially Fox News audience, is 65 and older, the majority. And that's your Social Security recipients mostly, not most, sometimes. And why would you tell them, hey, I'm going to take away half your money, and then they vote for you anyway? That I don't get at all.
Yeah. This communication leaking out is like, that this is what, government is playing. I found your sword of truth, Johnny, at the root of this. America sees it for what it is. And I get that, like Autumn was getting earlier, the women are going to come out in force because there's a lot of women who live solely on Social Security and don't have pensions and stuff. The Republicans, this is my Republican card, will be seen as the devil and make everybody anxious. And I get people that had not planned on voting are going to get out and vote. For me, pinnacles are votes. So people that had not planned on voting are actually going to get out, get the plan off the ground and go vote.
We love when people vote. Voting's great. Everybody who can legally vote should vote. If you're 18 or over and you're legally allowed to, please. Please. Okay.
And that's
Did you
a
have
whole
anything?
other thing. They have to remember somebody turns 18 every day.
It's true.
Yes.
Young people are paying attention.
Yes. Will it hurt him? I don't get. No, I get he's secure because he has a group. The 10 of cups are emotion. People vote a lot emotionally instead of their own interest. Well, financial interest. If you are against the other, I'm against the other, so we're the same person, I'll vote for you. Even though, just like Donald Trump when he got elected and the Harley Davidson plant shut down, and then they interviewed some of the workers, the people said, well, one guy said, I trust in him, he knows what he's doing. You just lost your whole job though, sir. So it's like there is this emotional attached to people like this. However, for the greater scheme and the election, yes, it does change because this is part of a buildup. Here with these messages about hidden agendas are going to continue to come out. And so even though this is not a hidden agenda because we've been hearing that same song and dance, but it's now starting to add up. You put it with the abortion rights, you put it with the school loan thing, you put it with the Social Security. You got all these things, they start to stack up, and somebody turns 18 every day. And then you'll get to rile up those people, and you'll have more independent voters than you ever did before because they're paying attention, like Sienna said. So I think for the election, yes, it does affect. But for him personally, he may be secure emotionally.
Like, you're worried about inflation. What are you going to do if you have no Social Security?
Yeah.
And Social Security is not even enough to live on. So take half of that away, then what do you do?
So what?
What did you get our wise Canadian friend who lives in a country that takes better care of their people?
Well, we're not perfect, but I am happier to be here for sure. It does hurt their cause because there's more people saying they're going to be like, wait, what? Because that was literally the first thing I heard was, wait, what? And it's like, we can't let this happen.
Gen Z has grandma, and they don't want to pay for grandma. They want grandma to get her Social Security.
Well, and honestly, Gen Z doesn't want to have to work until the day they die either. So, okay, and then is like anything going to come of it? Well, they're going to try. They're going to try, but no, there's just too much. It's too much of a betrayal to the regular citizens. It's too much of a betrayal to the people. I don't think they're actually going to get away with it, and it is going to hurt their cause.
Okay. Miss Lori?
I get that it will matter for voting and that they will feel, older people will feel a sense of, I have to go do something about this. I need to go vote, and they'll go together, and to protect it because it's been around for a long time and they want to protect it. And then I get that it will not hurt Mike Lee.
Okay. He's just admitted that he's under some pressure from challenger Evan McMullen. Is that his name?
I hope so.
But that's as far as that went. I think we had several devil cards have been popping up. This kind of garbage. People have been paying into Social Security. This is you paid for this. And then what, you're going to have all that just taken away from you? This thing's dying. I've got to switch over to the other one. So I've paid into it. And if it's only by voting Democratic that I'm going to be able to keep it, well, that's kind of a no-brainer. I just keep getting that this patriarchal centered Republicanism is just not going to fly in the 21st century. You can't get there from here. So, if anybody wanted to look more at that, or like, will the GOP effectively follow through with it if they get power? Just maybe a card or two. I think Sienna, you answered.
I answered that one. They're gonna try. What I got was they'll try, but
Can you repeat the question, Autumn?
If the Republicans gain power, will they effectively follow through with it? Will they gut Social Security if they get the opportunity?
The sun that flew out. Surprised they didn't do it last time when they had the idiot with the pen sitting there. I mean, they got their taxes passed, so I guess that was all they could do.
Well, you'd think that you mean the signature that looks like an EKG of a heart attack? That would be perfect.
That's their plan. Yes, that's their plan. The Republicans, to cut all the money and to help the wealthy people. That's what they're fighting for. Big yes. So even if they lose in 2022 and 2024, watch out. They say the
Lori?
quiet part out loud.
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. Thank you, Charlene. Ms. Lori?
I get a yes. Yes, they will. It'll be, everyone will try to oppose it, but I get a yes.
Okay.
Absolutely yes.
Yeah. I pulled some cards, and what I got was, and I heard, will they, follow through to effectively gut Social Security? And what I heard was, not if they ever want to be in power again, ever.
I got that too. Yeah.
So yeah, you take that away, you're toast. You'll never win another election. Never.
Yeah.
So.
It'd be really foolish.
I mean, it's kind of like Roe v. Wade. Like,
huge risk.
I don't think they ever intended to take it away. They wanted to use it as a talking point, but they pushed it too far, and now it's gone, and now it's all coming back to hit them in the face.
Absolutely.
They don't seem like the type to learn from their choices, though.
No.
That's true. At 1:01, let me just write down the time on this one. Oops, wait, right, it slipped. Okay, 1:01.
And something that Autumn brought up about, the Republicans not getting vaccinated in Florida. I mean, a lot of them didn't, but many of the older conservative, like I have a lot of friends whose parents are older, and they did. Quite a few of them did. But most of the people that passed here were not vaccinated. And it just kept going because DeSantis didn't close things down. So we lost a lot of people, much more in our state than other states.
And that's just cruel. That's just cruel.
It's got to affect the voting, though. It just has to. It has to. If numbers are numbers.
Yep.
You can't vote if you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a Republican.
Okay, so the RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel confirmed on CNN that the RNC, the Republican National Committee, is covering Trump's legal bills in regards to the New York Attorney General Letitia James case. Why? Anyway.
Because it has nothing to do with his term as president. I could see covering his bills for January 6th stuff, or the stolen documents, but that's his business, Trump org. That has nothing to do with his time as president.
But also, he doesn't need our money. He's a billionaire. He's really rich. He said that.
Aren't y'all going to be running for president in like 10 minutes? What are you doing spending all your money on this food?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Anyway, so they are covering his legal bills there, which makes no sense. But things would change if he announced that he's running. She said, we can't pay legal bills for any candidate announced. What? So what it comes down to is if Trump announces that he's running, he's going to lose access to all of that grift money he's raised from his suckers into his super PAC. He can no longer use all that money just on himself. It comes under federal election rules for what you can do with campaign money. So he doesn't want to stop that because that's what's keeping his entire life afloat. And the RNC will stop paying bills as well. So all of that falls on him. However, if he does announce, there's some possibility that he might think that will protect him from all the legal stuff that's falling down on him. I mean, it won't, but let's not tell him that. So the question is he gonna be like the I'm not asking if he's going to be, running against the Democratic candidate in 2024. I just want to know, is Trump going to announce, like, I am running?
It's like
just announce
the money versus stopping the legal stuff, but needing the money for the legal stuff versus stopping the legal stuff.
Right.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Special counsel talk started coming from. It's like, okay, well, if you run, then we're going to do this. So,
And
rock in the hard place.
right. And Michael Cohen, his previous fixer, he said he's not going to run. He's not going to give up that money. He's not going to do it. He knows him pretty well.
Very.
So let's see.
The only thing that I think would make him give up that money is if it's going to protect his remaining free, is what I would guess logically. But we're asking Spirit.
It's interesting that he's waiting till after the election to announce, I think like November 14th or something. He wants to see if the Republicans are going to win because he thinks they'll pass some bills to protect him if he runs,
Exactly.
Will he run?
Will he announce? Yeah.
Will he announce?
Wow.
I had to laugh at one of the cards I got.
Yeah, me
We'll get there in a
too.
minute.
Yeah, me too. Miss Jenn Lynn?
Nope. He's like partying and maybe even playing with a woman running mate kind of thing, but nope. He's in poverty. He's fighting for the money and trying to figure out what his options are. He's too burdened by money to announce. So nope, he's stuck. I don't think he'll announce.
Mr. Johnny?
I have no idea. It is dependent upon something, is what this says, and it's something legal. So there's something legal here that is conserving his tongue, I suppose, and then it ends in options and confusion with the 7 of Cups. So I asked again, I said, give me yes, no. Will he just announce that he's running? And then I get the 4 of Swords. It's still dependent upon something. He's holding back something, but I'm going to go with no because both of these are negative in my yes, no chart. So I'm going to go with a no, but it's still dependent upon something, just the announcement part. Anyway.
How about you, Miss Sienna?
Well, first of all, this will be my last one before I hop off. I got to go have some wine.
No,
But why I laughed, a couple of reasons. So I did pull one for why are they covering his legal fees? Justice, because otherwise they won't get paid. Otherwise, because if he's not going to do it, if someone else isn't paying the legal fees, they're not going to get paid. Is he going to announce? I laugh because I got 9 of Cups as him like announcing that he's going to announce.
Oh yeah, he's doing that already. Yeah,
Right?
There's already talk.
Announcing that he's going to announce, but there's this moving on. I don't think he's going to. There's too much stacked against him because people remember what he did the first time around, and we remember, like, he might not remember, but we do. I got Death card. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think he will officially announce, but he's gonna announce that he's about to announce.
How about you, Miss Laurie?
I agree with her completely. He is. He's just going to keep dangling the carrot. He's going to announce that he wants to whip the emotions up, give you a little, just dangle the carrot. And then I get these like 3 huge major kind of cards, the Hermit, the Emperor, the Justice card. So, but I did get 2 aces. So I think what Johnny said too about looking to see what the ruling is, what happens with the election, and then who's coming after him. So I think he dangles the carrot and he doesn't end up doing it. I don't think so.
Oh,
and it's a little carrot.
That's
Sorry, bad humor.
Now I'm really leaving.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you for
good to
having
see
me.
you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and I'll be sure to watch from the chat.
Thank you.
Bye, Sienna.
Okay, what I was getting here was he won't even get a chance to. I don't like. This is prosecutors, aggressive law enforcement against a thief who's out of money. I'm asking, is he going to announce it's like on his way to his lawyer's office? On his way to be indicted? There's talk it would be on the 14th, first of all. Well, it'll be you mean in 2 weeks when this first came out? If the 14th would be 2 weeks. Like his healthcare system, his healthcare proposal will be in 2 weeks, and his infrastructure plan will be in 2 weeks.
And it never happened.
And that's when he's supposed to meet with the January 6th committee is on the 14th.
Oh,
Is it
interesting.
now?
Because it was extended a week so he could get more documents together.
That would make sense.
The 14th is going to be an interesting day.
Yes,
Oh, you'll have to look at the astrology on that, Autumn.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. But let's just do a quick ask. Trump, November 14th. And
What is
111. Say again?
So what is that day going to be like?
Trump's November 14th, when he's supposedly supposed to be announcing he's running, when he's supposed to be talking to January 6th committee. Is it that day, or is it just documents, or is he supposed to actually go in there and talk to them? Which
He's supposed to go there.
Oh, I can't. I'm announcing I'm running for president. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can't announce I'm running for president because I have to be at the January 6th committee. Sorry. And then where is he? The golf course.
Yeah.
Visiting Ivana's grave.
What am I asking again?
What's happening for Trump on November 14th?
How is this day going to go? Is he just is a lot going to like be on top of land on him, be on him, or is he just going to? I'm sick and I have a cold.
I think Liz Cheney's going to pop his balloon.
Yay! Funny you should say that.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to throw that. Johnny, what did you get? Oh,
Here's my thing. I hate to say anything bad because it seems like nothing that you ever say that's bad ever happens. Not that I wish bad, but it's like you say, the horrible thing is going to happen, then nothing happens. But it starts with the moon. So there's some uncertainty and some possible treachery too, especially around things that have been deep-seated and planted and invested in drudging up all of the old stuff. Something is getting ready to pop, and that day is not going to be what is the title? The very good, no horrible, very bad day thing. The Eight of Swords. In personal read, beware of the Eight of Swords because the Eight of Swords is a mental cage, right? The mental cage leads to anxiety. The anxiety leads to inaction. Inaction can lead to loss. So there is some sort of progression of horrible news and horrible things, especially mentally speaking. And then it comes to a reality, and then the tower falls. So this is going to be just, mind you, none of this is something he can do anything about. This is not punishment. This is karma. This is what you planted. This is what you wanted. When you plant apple seeds, it's because you want apple trees. So this is what you planted. And so congratulations. Here it is. It's all coming up November 14th. Ooh. You got every horrible card I can possibly get but the Five of Cups.
I got that one for you, Johnny.
Oh, there you go.
He's a loser. He's a loser. It's like he's trapped. He's stuck. He can't move. He loses again. He's going to come out, like joyfully arguing and creating confusion. Is what I'm getting. But I get, in secret, like he's sending messages to the court. So I don't know if that's the grand jury, if that's the January 6th committee. He might be sick. He's probably going on a trip. He's going to be very, very erratic. And he's just going to be extremely unhappy. I feel like there could be an indictment coming for him right around the 14th, like a little bit later, maybe just a few weeks later, like before Christmas.
Yeah.
Good.
A lot of us got the Queen of Swords, but I got, you know how it's taken 3 queens. I got all 3 of them right here. So they if this is going to be Fonnie Willis and Letitia James and Liz Cheney, and he is not going to be happy. Someone's putting, and I got that Emperor and the Virgo the Hermit shining the light on the situation. Lose, not good. Nope. She's gonna
not good at all. Yeah.
Delay.
Whatever he can do, and we are just living our best lives, and he just, we're off living our best lives, and he's just becoming less and less powerful, less and less. He can't duck and dodge and hide, and there's more that comes out, and so not good for him. What a shame. Okay, last question. If you guys are up for just one last one at 1:16:30.
What Andre says couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
And Andre says Biden's chart looks like he's really happy in November, December. So that's a positive. Like, why would Biden be so happy? He's going to win the House and Senate.
Absolutely. I'm not even sure quite how to phrase this. Maybe you guys could help me. I'd like to do a reading because I know there are going to be a lot of really stressed people. And is there something that they need to hear? Is there a message from Spirit? How about that?
To ease the anxiety.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You really make my birthday special. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us, and I hope you celebrate after this. Go have some cake or something.
Oh yeah, there's cake. I'm having dinner with my parents and my oldest sister and her husband, and we're having Chinese. Well, a really good local place, and I've got Chicago Diner chocolate mousse cake, which is like the best thing ever.
Diner cake is awesome.
Kathy Rollins says, yes, please. High anxiety here. Oh.
If you listen to CNN and MSNBC, they're saying, and they're due to take the House, and the Republicans are going to take the House, and they're probably going to take the Senate. It's like, I can't hear this anymore.
That's because because Steve Kornacki did a thing, in the board and all that, where for the past 99 million years, it's always flipped. Whoever's in power, it's always flipped. Except in the time of Bush and Clinton. I think he said it's always flipped. And that's why they're, I guess, projecting it's going to do it again. But it doesn't have to.
This is different, though.
Yes. And let me say this, too, because I've been repeating this message over and over and over again. Because I said it in one of the reads somewhere. And this is also maybe a toxic overload, too. We have to pull back. If you hear plane crashes today, and then tomorrow you hear another plane crashes, you think, oh my God, what is going on with all these plane crashes? Meanwhile, that's 2. Now, that's 2 too many, yes, but that's 2. Literally thousands of planes take off and thousands of planes land every day. They don't cover that on the news because it's ordinary. They cover the unordinary things or the extraordinary things on the news. And so then that starts to build an anxiety because you think, what in the world is happening with all of these planes falling out of this too? Out of the 10,000 that took off and the 10,000 that landed, they only reported on the 2 unordinary things. So if you feel anxiety about what you see and what you hear, pull back from it. That's not normal. That's the unordinary. Our country is not in that much turmoil. I know it looks like it. But do you go to the grocery store and there's always somebody fighting? No. Do you go to the gas station, there's always somebody fighting? No. So that's not ordinary. That's not something you see all the time. Therefore, it stands out when you do see it. Pull back from that. Find something happy. Cat
Maybe Boo Boo's in Kitty. Wish Mama happy birthday. Yeah, I'm getting the spirit messages about the election. Like everything that they try to change or shift or planting seeds on and everything, it doesn't matter because the Dems are hanging on. They're like-minded people, and especially women coming out in droves, like all the women's votes. That's actually going to change perspectives for the 2024 cycle and how we're moving forward for the presidential run and everything. We're going to start seeing a lot more women at work. We're going to see a lot more women lawyers ganging up on Trump and a lot more women in the United States stepping forward. So women. I got this one little man on the bottom, and I got all the women and even the Empress, abundance of women.
What are you getting, Miss Lori?
I'm getting the media is creating havoc and anxiety and thinking that they're going to try to make you feel like they're going to lose, and just to hold on to your faith, hold on to your faith. Hold on to your faith. Hold on to your faith, because brighter days are coming no matter what it looks like right now. Just don't let your imagination run away with you. Hold on to the major arcana cards that are good and not these minors that are anxiety ridden. That's what I'm getting.
Find out what is true and what is not. That also helps you too. Do not look at polls. Polls are generalizations. They're statistics that are made. People make up statistics to fit the narrative. 98% of people do this. No, they don't, because you didn't ask 100% of the people on Earth, so you don't really know that. They always have a little thing down at the bottom. This is based upon 188,000 people. Okay, there's 300 million people in the country, so you didn't ask everybody. Find out what is true and what is not. They'll tell you Biden's approval number is 18. No, it's not. So it's just find out what is true and what is not. That causes pain and heartbreak when you constantly hear the same weird thing over and over and over again. Find out what is true and what is not. If you do not pull back from the news, find out what is true and what is not. Also, take solace in the fact that your community is larger and a lot greater. 6 of Wands, Page of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. It is a lot more greater. It is a lot more secure than you think it is. The first question we started with is our democracy really going to be lost? No. It is a lot more secure than you think it is. Remember, Donald Trump tried to destroy the world and did not. We have survived him and his kind before. We will be all right.
Yeah, and there are even Republicans that are voting for Shapiro over Mastriano, and that should let everybody know that there are some Republicans that are going to the other side because of the extreme.
Yep. What I'm feeling nudged to repeat something that my regular viewers are like, oh gosh, she's saying this again, but I'm going to say it again because apparently the people aren't talking about this. Human beings, we evolved in little tiny groups, and there are scientists who've worked out that basically for how many thousands of or 100,000 of years did basically the who we evolved from, and once we evolved into Homo sapien sapien, You would be lucky if in your whole life you met 150 people. Your whole life. Also, message from Spirit, Kitty. Yeah, just cuteness and sweetness and
Be with your
de-stress.
pets.
Be with your pets. But anyway, we are literally not hardwired to comprehend the sheer number of people that are on this planet or the sheer number of people in our country. It is incredibly hard for us to wrap our heads around 330 million people. And so when it's, well, the polls aren't right, nobody called me. I'm not saying the polls are right, but I'm saying nobody called me, nobody asked, whatever it was, nobody asked me, well, you're just this in it, but that doesn't mean you have no value or that you're small and insignificant, because you're not, because your soul is a piece of the divine and you have your voice in democracy. And go forth, embrace the value that you have, the deep value you have that no one can take away from you. But just understand that there's a lot of stuff going on, but there are more people of value, of decency, than these yahoos who are over here trying to knock down decency. So know your golden center. That is yours. It is yours forever. And these idiots are this low vibration garbage. It just can't survive. And right beneath it, I'm not surprised, because I was thinking, and we're going into a lot of Aquarian energy over the next few years, and there's my Aquarian for me. That's an Aquarian card. Mm-hmm. So all of this Pluto and Capricorn patriarchal hierarchical garbage, that's about to be over. We're going into a new era, and women will have power.
So Autumn, I pulled a birthday message for you.
Oh,
so you know how this is the boys playing a game and you can't tell who's winning. So Spirit is saying, play, go play. First of all, they say many happy returns, right? Judgment card returning many happy returns. Change your work-life balance. Go out and party. Stand in your own truth and power, and have fun just talking with people today. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. All right. Well, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this. But thank you, everybody who super chat or PayPal or just became members. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
These guys will all be with me on Tuesday night, election night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, along with some other readers. So come check us out. It's a fundraiser for World Central Kitchen, which is helping in Hurricane Ian relief, as well as in Ukraine and all over the world. Chef Andre, I love him. So come support us on election night, and try to not watch too much news because it'll stress you out.
And Mel Dorr said he was going to donate $200, so he's going to be looking for you, because I announced that when we did Kevin's thing last night.
Awesome.
Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. And also tonight, are you going to be
on my channel tonight?
Yep.
At 8 Eastern, 7 Central, also with Becca, Johnny, and Lori's joining us tonight.
Well, thank you guys. Well, wow, you're really doing double duty today, so thank you.
Well, I got Sacred Sounds of Coffee tomorrow morning at 10 Central with Jody Roberts on her channel, our little monthly get-togethers. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy 3 days.
Johnny, do you do personal readings?
I do.
Okay, then I would just want to, yeah, sorry?
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I don't do personal readings, so if anyone out there, if you are looking for personal readings, these 3 people I so completely recommend.
And I highly recommend, because I've gotten readings from both of them. And
yeah. Jenn Lynn Tarot, Lori, The Way of Positive Change, absolutely. But Johnny, I would, you have been teaching tarot and doing such a great job with that.
That I like more than reading.
Johnny always teases me in the after show, like I'll do a reading for him, and then weeks later, damn you, Jen.
Something, actually, both of y'all readings y'all have done for me, and they're unfolding at the moment too. So.
Excellent.
It's like, just giving you a heads up. Forewarned is forearmed.
Well, then I'll end by saying, if you want a personal reading, Jenn Lynn or Lori, absolutely. If you want to learn tarot, absolutely check out Tarot's Apprentice. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your day. You are not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. So take care.
Everybody go celebrate Autumn's birthday. Eat some cake. You have permission. Spoil your diet.
Absolutely.
We're celebrating.
All right. Take care, everybody. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.